world. I am coming to you live from my bedroom, and in today's video, I'm gonna tell you about some shit that happened randomly in front of my house where I thought I was gonna be the cause of somebody dying. So I went outside to the front of my house. This had to be like the ending of 2019 or the beginning of 2020, right? So I had gone outside to smoke a cigarette. And I'm out there smoking a cigarette when all of a sudden I see this old Chinese lady coming up my block. So I'm right here standing smoking. The woman is coming this way. You know what I'm saying? So she gets about here. So she's in front of the building next to mine. And she had bags, right? So she points at me and then she points at her bag. I took that to mean that she needed help with her bag. So I go to her. She hands me the bag. I take the bag and I take her hand so that I could help her walk because it looked like she needed help walking. Like, I don't know, her legs seemed to be giving out or something. I don't know what was happening to her. She was losing strength in her legs and she needed help getting home. I did not know this woman. I'd never seen her before in my life. I didn't know where she lived. I just knew that I was about to walk home with her because what else am I supposed to do, right? So I'm walking, I'm holding her bag, I'm holding her. I walk pretty swiftly, right? So what happened? I was hauling ass and we crossed the street. I could feel her struggling to keep up with me and I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? I was like, let me, put some less pep in my step and slow the fuck down. So when we crossed the street, she walked really fast to the building on the corner. I'll try to put images here so you could see where we were. So she stops right here in front of this building and she holds on to the gate. So this was during the pandemic. Everybody is wearing masks and whatnot. She was wearing a mask. I was outside smoking a cigarette, so clearly I didn't have a mask on. So I didn't have the mask on, but I knew that I wasn't infected. So I was fine. So we're walking. I'm walking slower with her. And she's holding on to like the railing, the top parts of the railing with every step that we take. So as we're walking, we're getting close to the next corner, right? We were like 2 buildings away from the next corner when all of a sudden she couldn't walk anymore. So like as we were walking up that block, I noticed that her momentum, she was losing it. It got to the point where she couldn't walk anymore. So she stops, puts her body facing the gate. So the gate is in front of her. She's like got her body up against this gate. I'm behind her now and I'm trying to use all my strength for her not to fall because she was going down, okay? She couldn't hold herself up. Her legs were giving out on her. It was the craziest thing. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I'm now behind her. There were people watching us. You know what I'm saying? And I can only imagine what they were thinking. First of all, it looked like I was probably trying to rob this lady. You know what I'm saying? Because, oh my God, she's here and I'm literally behind her. She was like in between my legs. Like my legs were like around hers and I'm trying to use all my fucking strength in my legs, in my arms to keep her up. With my thighs, I'm trying to hold on to her legs, right? So that they could stay put and not fall. And then with the top half of me, I'm trying to hold up the top half of her. It was fucking crazy. So that building that we were in front of, so some lady comes out of the building. She sees what's happening. I guess she wanted to know what the fuck are you doing to this woman. It looked like either I was trying to feel her up or rob her. So she comes out and I tell her, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like she can't stand and I don't know what to do. So she pulls out like a foldable chair and she brings out the chair. And so we sit her on the chair. The lady goes inside. I call my mom. I tell her, Ma, something's happening and I need your help. I explained to her what's going on and it was right across the street from my house. So my mom came quick and I said, I don't know what to do. Like, should I call 911? She's pointing to the building across, right? So where we were here on this block, and then the street goes this way. Right here was her building. So it was diagonally across the street from where we were standing. And I'm just like, damn, if we can get her from here to there, it would be fantastic because I think she's trying to tell me that she lives there. The whole time we were not communicating properly. I was speaking English. She was speaking Chinese. I don't know if it was Cantonese or Mandarin. I end up calling 911. Call 911. I tell them what's happening. They arrive on the scene pretty quickly and now they put her on the stretcher. While they're putting her on the stretcher, her husband materializes. All right. So now he comes. I see this older Chinese dude coming on the block, you know what I'm saying, with a bag. His shirt is all fucking filthy. And I'm saying to myself, this is her husband. All right. Everything is going to be okay. He's going to be able to, you know, figure out what's going on here. And she's going to be fine. She's now on the stretcher in the ambulance. The doors are open. They're trying to figure out, you know, what's going on. What's her name? Blah, blah, blah. The husband comes, right? The whole time, me and my mom are still there, right in front of the open ambulance doors. Her husband comes and he's like pointing to the building that they live in. And he's saying, no, no. And he's pointing to his wife and he's pointing to the building. And so I'm telling the EMTs, I said, I don't think he wants her to go to the hospital. So they're telling her, we have to take her to the hospital. You called 911. And she's in the ambulance. We have to take her to the hospital. So we're like, no, you don't have to take her to the hospital. It's her choice if she wants to go to the hospital. So now I'm saying to myself, oh my God, they're going to take her to the hospital. Y ahí se muere. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, there were horror stories that people were being taken to the hospital and they were dying there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. So the husband is in a complete hysterics. He wants her out of this thing. So I go on Google and I'm trying to like ask him a question, but I couldn't. So you know how you can type in the thing and like translate it in another language? So I picked, I believe it was, I don't remember what it was, Cantonese, Mandarin, I don't know. But all I know is he understood what I was trying to say. So like a fucking idiot, I'm trying to like pronounce these words, right? Meanwhile, all you got to do is press the button and the Google starts speaking. Okay. I didn't realize that at the time. At the time, I didn't realize that. So I'm trying to say the words and I know that I must have said the first word properly because he looked at me like with this look of recognition. Like I understood what just came out your mouth. Listen, it didn't work. Okay. Because I wasn't able to translate jack shit. In the end, we were like, why don't we just take her to the building? You know what I'm saying? She's clearly not sick. You know, he's clearly got it under control. Let's just take her across the street and take her home and let her get home, you know? And so that's what we did. We took her out of the stretcher. Not the stretcher. They took her out of the ambulance. She was still on the stretcher. And they wheeled her ass across the street. My mom and I are following with her bags. Her husband is next to her. We get in the building. They get her off the stretcher. She's able to I give her her bags. The husband takes her bags. They're able to make it into the elevator. And then in the elevator, you know, we're waving goodbye and they're happy. We're happy because I was convinced that, you know, why they want to take her so bad. You know, like, that's what I was telling my mom. Why do they want to take her so bad to the hospital? She's not sick. Like, I don't know what I was thinking calling 911, but I called 911 so that this woman could be killed. It was terrible. I was convinced that that's what was going to happen. But in the end, everything worked out great. And I'm just glad that I was outside. And it was random because I wasn't going to go outside. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me go smoke a cigarette. So, right place at the right time. All right, world. If you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Like my shit. Subscribe to my channel. The bell. Turn on the damn bell.